It's Week 10 of the National Football League, and we'll get to see the Eagles' superstar linebacker, who had a strong showing last week with an 8-tackle game. It's the Eagles and the Commanders, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Today we hit double digits, Week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Here are the Commanders for their first drive of the game. And they'll be led out by their third-year quarterback.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 41-yard line.
There he goes, right side. And he is finally taken down, but not before he gets it to the Eagles' 6-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. Give him 53 yards on the ground. And I don't want to harp on it, but this defense among the bottom in the league against the run, and they show it right there.
And it doesn't matter when you get prepared for this defense, whether you're good running the ball or not. That's your plan. Run the ball against them. That's their weakness. And by the way, I think you harped on it.
I did. My bad. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are on the board first here this afternoon.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0.
Commanders 7, Eagles 0.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. And a peek at the man under center. He has 5 full years in the league under his belt, now in year number 6.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The numbers for him from a week ago: 5 catches, 75 yards.
This defense is ranked near the bottom of the league against the pass. You get the sense that he feels like if he gets covered on any call, he's going to be upset. He thinks he should be open on every snap in this game.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 17 yards and a 1st down for Philly.
Well, first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter, because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll set up to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete.
It's safe to say the passing game has found a rhythm. He's now 4 of 4, but might need to be 5 of 5 to keep this drive going here as they face a 3rd down.
And maybe perhaps you show a running play, right? Maybe a little play action here to go ahead and let him throw the ball downfield. I wouldn't get away from him flinging it, because 4 for 4 already, I think he's got a good chance of picking this one up here on 3rd down.
And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. They'll drop to throw.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
And this is a commentary in today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole...
Touchdown, Washington.
A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, they have to be loving this start to the 1st quarter.
Well, the way that they're going, I mean, you're about 2 touchdown drives already. They feel very confident and feel like they have all the answers in this game. They're 1 point away from going up 14-0. Maybe they press the advantage and go for 2.
Now for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 1st quarter lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
This taken in at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. You talk about this Washington defense.
And they're a tough unit to throw against, currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the #1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on fourth.
4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense back out there. It has been about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
They'll set up a throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 26. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 10 catches, 103 yards, and a touchdown.
3rd in the league in receiving yards, and that's a strong number. That means he's being consistent each and every time out.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first. Looking to throw.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish it not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll make this 17-0 here in the opening quarter.
So a great first quarter continues here as they add on to that lead.
And Brandon, I think it sets up what's going to be an important drive because it's now 17-0. So the other guys, they got to figure out something quick before this game gets away from them.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 43-yard line.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
That's the end of the first
17-0 our score after one.
Commanders 17, Eagles nothing.
Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. 3rd down and 6. As they've got it as we resume action. He'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 40. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now a 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Commanders 40.
Back to throw here. And his throw here's incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. The Commanders' defense holds, and that'll bring up 4th down. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Here we go on the next drive for Washington. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And the Commanders will take over, but backed up deep in their own territory. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line.
Such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the 6-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Well, you'd have to stretch for this one. This is 4-down territory. They've got to get it in with the deficit that they're facing.
Absolutely. It's not the fourth quarter, but still, I think you can't be thinking 3 here.
No, if you do that, you might as well go ahead and fold up on this one. But I don't think they're built like that.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
And his kick is indeed good, and they're on the board at least here. It's now 17 to 3.
So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a 1st and goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
The Washington offense set to take over. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line.
Back to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll look to throw again. Throwing right, and that's complete. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Commanders take a 3-touchdown lead. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. But let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
Eagles 3.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Over the middle to Smith.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
Second down and 4.
At midfield. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's caught. Smith.
And Devontae going to pick up the Eagles' first down as he'll get this down to the 41.
And an Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 41.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll look to throw here. It's caught on the right side. It's Smith.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 21.
Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the 24-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. Now back to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on 1st down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Eagles get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Washington going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
I think the defenders have to feel pretty good, even though the ball was tipped in the air and could have become a big play for the offense. They actually won one because the guy flinging it today, he's having quite the performance. A couple of touchdown passes, almost threw his first interception, but he's throwing it so well that I think Lady Luck was on his side.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It it's second down. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. They're going to look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Now the Commanders going to burn the second of their timeouts.
So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Quick hitter here, it's complete. It is going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. Charles, some things to like about that first half. Ultimately trailing here, but certainly this deficit is manageable. So curious to see what adjustments they may have made at intermission.
As am I, because I think things bode well for a possible comeback, because I thought a lot of their best reps in the first half came through the passing game. They were hitting the open receivers, taking whatever the coverage gave them and making it work well for themselves. Now, they just want to pick up the pace of scoring a little bit. So I expect them to come back, continue to throw the ball effectively.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Looking left side, he's got it complete. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a game of 16. 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Smith. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 8-yard line.
They'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6.
And the Eagles are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. It's their quarterback scoring on the 2-yard keeper.
And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts the lead to 24-17. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. First possession of the second half now for Washington. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
A throw over the middle taken in. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Here's third and a few inches. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Washington going to send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is taken at the 23. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trick. Now the ball comes loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble. That could have been trouble. And defensively, maybe an opportunity miss there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. And it's a relief.
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
2nd down and 10.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Shoves him away. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
3rd down and 9.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he is caught. He's going to have the 1st down and then some. And all the way down to the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays hot.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. With now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Eagles are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the 2nd time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback. The ability to run the ball fearlessly. And in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will tie us at 24. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. So out comes Washington's offense to take over.
We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. And we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington. Not easy being a rookie left tackle in this league, and there they got him for the penalty.
Not easy at all. Think about what you're dealing with every game you play. Ostensibly, the best pass rusher is over you on every snap. I'd be a little jumpy myself.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll drop the throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. And the defense coming through on third down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4. Washington going to send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They have certainly looked his way in this third quarter. Another catch, and it's good for a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available, because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Now a 2nd and 2. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and pick it up by running the action to the right. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. This is Smith with the ground. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
this throw's going to be incomplete.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Touchdown, Eagles! Devontae Smith, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles have broken our tie and have taken a fourth-quarter lead. So, Charles, just a shocking turn of events here. I mean, right when you thought this game had gotten away from them, they come roaring back and have taken a fourth-quarter lead.
Yeah, you're going to make me wax poetic here. Well, I don't know how good that's going to be, but to me, this is a testament to not giving up. The ethic that the coach instilled in them, that work ethic, that idea that you're never out of the game, well, this team has grasped onto that. They bought into it. They held each other accountable. They are never out of games, and they just proved it here.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. And the Washington offense going back to work. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 27-yard line.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 99 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Number 36. A gain of 4.
Looking to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his throw is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
That one complete down the field to Smith.
A big play there for Philly. 52 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field.
Here's the option.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. Here we go on 2nd and 12.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
And this one is right through, and that will extend their lead even further. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, what a turnaround. They exited the Lakers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Oh, hey, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the Commanders' 27-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. Over the middle to Smith. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
He'll look to throw.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
2nd and 4. Quick hitter here. It's complete. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the 1st.
And the Commanders' 1st down.
Now back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Back to throw again. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. His throw incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
They'll look to throw again. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Back to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up
They'll look to throw here.
at the 19-yard line.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown from 19 yards away.
And the Commanders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Eagles set and ready for their next offensive drive.
After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line.
Now Washington
Down by 6, 2:06 to play. They'll have 1 play, maybe 2 before the 2-minute warning as they've got a first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there at 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
Well, you don't have to beg the Philly faithful to make noise. On their feet for 3rd down.
Back to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
He's back to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
They'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown. And they're an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final minute.